Sometimes I think I'm done with a series, and I'm absolutely not. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we are continuing our discussion on how to play the Pokemon trading card game, but we're going to spend a little bit more time talking about how to use the PTCGO app. I always do that, and how to enroll or find tournaments to compete in. So let's get right into it. The first website I want to bring your attention to is Justinbasilcom. It is a great website with a bunch of resources, things like deck building, what to play, some meta deck and budget deck lists, information about the newest set battle styles, and a bunch of information, including a list of all the upcoming cards that we know of for the Chilling Reign set that hasn't released yet. They also have some cool information about getting through the 2021-2022 rotation guard, rotation. Man, I messed that up. They also have information about getting through the 2021-2022 format rotation. If you're a relatively new player and you've been buying cards or trading for cards, you might not know that some cards in a couple of months, in August most likely, will not be legal for play in most tournaments. So you need to know what cards are going, what cards are staying, all that information. They also have some other information like how to identify other cards, what we know about some future sets, and then they also have a Discord for you to meet other people and, chat about Pokemon, I guess. So we click on this meta deck link and we say, oh, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. I want to play that deck. It looks super cool. You get the deck list and you say, okay, these are all the cards I need. How do I go and get those cards? Well, luckily for you, there's a website called PTCGO Prices.com, and I will have all the website links in the video description, so don't worry. If you wanted to play Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, well, that means you need Rapid Strike Urshifu V and VMAX. So if we want to trade for Rapid Strike Urshifu V, most of the time people will want packs of cards. So how do we get those packs? Well, you can go to like Code Cavern or Potown Store, Full Grip Games, something like that. One of those websites to buy code cards for trade. You can also buy physical packs, and in those packs come code cards. We talked about that in a different video. Either one works. Get yourself some code cards. If you don't have any cards to trade, if you do have cards to trade, now it's a different story, but let's keep it simple and talk strictly about code cards and packs. To get this Rapid Strike Urshifu V, you can see that it says 4-4 BST. That means the typical minimum asking price is 4 battle style packs. BST stands for battle styles, and the average maximum asking price is 4 battle style packs. So on average, it costs 4 battle style packs for one Rapid Strike Urshifu V, which, you need a set of 4. Now that's going to be 4 times 4, 16 battle style packs for just 4 cards. So it's definitely an expensive deck, especially when we scroll down to the Rapid Strike Urshifu V Max, which is somewhere between 18 and 19 packs for a single card. If you need a full play set of 4, you could be looking at almost 80 packs for 4 cards. So you're at 96 just for your Urshifu V and V Max. If you are a brand new player, if you're absolutely committed to the game and you have the money, and this is a deck you want to play, be my guest. But if you're brand new and you're starting out and you're not sure, I do not recommend you playing a deck like Urshifu V, especially the Rapid Strike, just because of how expensive it is. I would suggest something like Mad Party, Decidueye, maybe even Single Strike Urshifu if you want to kind of get in the feel of using like V's and V Maxes and all this kind of stuff. Single Strike Urshifu, as you can see, far cheaper. So once we get our code cards, like I said, we know what we want to get, we know how much we have to spend for it, we have to actually go and get it. Well, when we log into the PTCGO app, we can click this card icon and go over to trade, and we can do one of two things. We can either make our own offer, we can make our own public trade and say, I want to get Urshifu and I want the Rapid Strike Urshifu, and I want 4 of them. You can see this +4. This 4 at the bottom tells you how many I already have, but let's ignore that. So I want 4 Urshifu, and I'm willing to give whatever. I just start choosing stuff. I have a bunch of packs, so I'm willing to give these 6 Shining Phase packs. I would hit done. I would say how long I want the trade to be available for viewing, and then I would hit post trade. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to do that trade, but that's the idea. Is you would make your trade and someone can or cannot accept it. We can also go into public offers to see what other people are asking for cards that you may want. If I want this Urshifu and I want to specify Rapid Strike Urshifu, so I type it into the search box and I hit enter, and you can see all the trades that pop up, but the one that comes up is me giving an Urshifu, and I don't want to give the Urshifu, I want to get it. All of them are me giving away my Urshifus. I don't want to do that. So I will click this card button, choose cards again, and select the I am getting option. This means I want to get the thing that I searched for. I would hit apply, and now no acceptable trades right away. So I'll uncheck this box, and now I can see at least what do people want for it. What could I give? I wish I knew about the I am giving feature in PTCGO, because there have been plenty of times where I spent way too long scrolling through all these different trade options for something that was a good trade for me, because all of them list that I'm giving away my Urshifu, but I really want more Urshifus because I want to play a specific deck. And man, I wish I knew about that sooner. So hopefully you get to utilize that. So finally, you have your deck. You traded all the stuff. You got it. You play tested it. You went in the Verside and you started doing well. You understand how the deck works, and you say, Nick, I'm ready for some tournaments. Put me in, coach. All right. There is a website called play.limitlesstcg.com. Again, links in the episode description. All you have to do is click on tournaments, click on upcoming, and you'll see all the tournaments that are available to you. Keep in mind that you have to understand the format that you're playing in. So this symbol means standard. If you hover over it, it tells you. If you hover over this E, it'll tell you you're playing in expanded. Ones that don't have symbols are custom formats. So just make sure you read the tournament description before you enter to make sure you're not breaking any rules and don't get disqualified. So if we click on this Epic Tuesday tournament, when I click on this, you'll see the register now button and tell you when the tournament is taking place, what time, and what the format is. But you should always scroll down and read more information about the tournament. So this one takes place at this time, and it is going to be Swiss rounds, best of 1, 25 minutes, and top cut in best of 3, 50 minutes, using the standard format team up to battle styles. What the hell does all that mean? Swiss rounds just means that you will be playing a guaranteed number of rounds. The number of rounds you play is determined by the number of people that register. So if there's like 65 people that register for this tournament, there will be 7 rounds of tournament play. So you have 7 rounds to win as many games as you can and earn a certain number of points. Each round will be best of 1, meaning you will only be playing 1 match against each individual person in those 7 rounds. You have 25 minutes to play, and there will be a top cut. Top cut basically means the number of players, again, it's determined by the number of people who enter. Sometimes it's 4, it's usually 8, it could be more, whatever. The top cut are the players with the highest number of points after the 7 rounds. They will play best of 3, and they have 50 minutes to play. The tournament is in standard format, meaning every card that is available from Pokemon Team Up to Battle Styles is legal. It talks about the prizes, and it talks about some other information that you should know, like when tournament check-in begins, when Decklist and registration, all that kind of stuff is required. All these tournaments are going to require you to check in at the beginning of the tournament and at the beginning of each match to make sure that you are there. If you do not check in at time, then you will get an automatic game loss. So make sure you're paying attention to your computer. Don't say, oh, I finished my match with 20 minutes to go, I could just do whatever I want. No, it's not how it works. You need to be near your computer, because if the other matches end sooner, well, then your next match is going to start that much sooner as well. So don't go far. You'll also have to submit a deck list. It couldn't be more obvious how to submit your deck list. There'll be buttons that say submit a deck list, and then you just go and submit your deck list. But it could be pretty time consuming to write up your entire deck list and type it all out, right? Well, luckily, PTCGO has a feature that lets you just copy your deck list directly from the app, so you can just paste it onto the website. If you go into your deck manager and you select the deck that you want to play, you can click this box with an arrow icon and you'll get the message deck list copied to clipboard. Once I have that deck list copied, I can click on the dashboard button on the top right corner, and it'll bring me to all the tournaments that I've registered for, and there'll be a submit deck list button. In this case, it says edit deck list because I've already submitted a deck list in the past, but I can just paste this deck list and submit it, and you'll get the message deck list submitted, and it'll also show you what your current submission is. It'll say all the cards that you have, so make sure that after you submit it that there are no illegal cards and that you're using the deck you want to use, because you cannot change your deck or deck list once the tournament starts. These tournaments are not sponsored by the Pokemon Company or the PTCGO app. They just use the app as a means to play, because you can't meet in person right now. But there are at the moment 2 events that Pokemon is sponsoring themselves. The first is the Team Challenge. Team Challenge is run through a different website. If you go to rk9.gg, you will find a bunch of tournaments in the Pokemon Play Team Challenge tournaments. So choose your country, and then you will choose your state. And if we sort by date, that's how I like to do it, you can see all the Team Challenge tournaments that are coming up, their status. So you can register for this tournament right now. It tells you again when the start date and time is, when registration opens and closes, and then also when you have to have your deck list submitted by, how many people are currently registered, and where the store is if you wanted to go there in person. But again, this is run through the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online app. You would go to registration. I registered for a tournament already, so I can't register for this one, but there basically be the same thing you saw in Limitless, where you just register for the tournament using the prompts on the screen. It is not hard to do. The Team Challenge works is there are 4 qualifying events, and the winner from those qualifier events make a team of 4, and they will move on to a playoff series playing against other stores and other teams for, to win, right? That's the whole point of playing, is to win. So compete in as many Team Challenge qualifiers as you can to get in a team and then move on to the playoffs. The last type of tournament is the Players Cup 4, which is starting a little, I think in a week, or it's starting at the end of April. I'll have a thing that tells you exactly when it's starting. And that is done directly through the PTCGO, my God, that's annoying to say, the PTCGO Online, that's done directly through the PTCGO app. Once the event is open, you will see that you will have 50 keys, and each time you enter into a tournament, it will take 1 key, and it'll stay specifically Players Cup instead of Standard, so you'll know exactly what tournament you're entering. I wish I can show you, but since it's not available at the moment, I can't. But it couldn't be more obvious what you're doing. Make sure you're eligible. Make sure that you do the things that you need to do in order to get these tickets or these keys, because they will just be automatically given to you if you are eligible. And once they're given, there's no way to get more. So make sure you use them if you want to play in the Players Cup. The way it works is the top number of players, I think it's like the top 256 players in the Players Cup, will move on to the next round, and you do get rewards for playing in Players Cup, and you get rewards for playing in the Team Challenge. It's usually in the things of like deck boxes and sleeves and that kind of stuff. So if you want to show off that you've been competing and you've been a part of the community for a while, then that's a really good way to do it. That's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much. If you really enjoyed and you want to help out the channel, make sure you hit the like button and comment below what tournaments you're looking forward to playing and maybe what kind of deck you're looking forward to using the most in some upcoming tournaments. I always want to know because I think that is super fascinating. If you do like the channel and you want to again help me out a little bit, hitting the subscribe button is never a bad thing to do. And you can also follow me on social media. Twitter and Instagram are definitely the way to go. But like I said, that's going to do it. So I will see you next time.